AumSum was sitting quietly on a bench when suddenly a strange sound echoed from his belly. Shocked, he wondered, "Why does our stomach growl?" Determined to find out, he shrank and entered his own body. He landed inside the stomach. The place looked almost empty. Around him, large muscles formed thick folds, and they were beginning to move restlessly. Suddenly, the brain commanded the stomach to get ready for food. The walls obeyed. They squeezed and churned strongly. AumSum stumbled as the powerful muscles rippled around him. Air and leftover digestive juices sloshed together noisily, creating echoes that bounced from wall to wall. He followed the vibrations downward and saw the small intestine also joining in. This process, called peristalsis, was the body's way of moving food along. But with no food present, it only pushed air and liquid, creating even more rumbling noises. AumSum finally understood the reason. The body was basically preparing itself for food. AumSum was walking through a blooming garden when a sudden tickle sparked in his nose. His face scrunched up, his chest tightened, and with a burst of force he sneezed loudly. The surprise left him puzzled and thinking, "Why do we sneeze?" Determined to find answers, AumSum shrank himself down to a tiny size and entered through his own nose. Inside, he found soft winding passages lined with tiny hairs called cilia. They moved gently back and forth, sweeping away dust like little brooms. The air was filled with floating particles of pollen, and the walls glistened with a thin layer of mucus. As AumSum explored further, he noticed groups of nerves hidden under the surface. Each time a speck of dust touched them, sparks of energy shot toward the brain. Suddenly, the calm disappeared. Waves of pollen drifted heavily through the passages. The cilia tried to sweep the irritants away, but the pollen spread faster and thicker. The nerves fired urgently, sending more signals to the brain. AumSum tried to run, but heavy mucus dripped and clung to him. Then the brain commanded the chest muscles to squeeze hard. Air filled the lungs, and with an explosive force, a sneeze shot outward. The mighty blast cleared away the pollen storm and carried AumSum out into the sunlight. AumSum finally understood why we sneeze. Why no cure for common cold yet? Curing the common cold is challenging because it's triggered by numerous viruses, primarily rhinoviruses, making a universal treatment difficult. These viruses mutate rapidly, so even after fighting one, new strains continue to appear. Unlike bacterial infections, colds don't react to antibiotics. Though the immune system eventually eliminates the virus, symptoms like sneezing, coughing, and congestion make it unpleasant. With no cure available, treatment revolves around rest, hydration, and easing symptoms. What causes goosebumps in humans? Goosebumps occur when small muscles at the base of our hair follicles tighten, making the hairs stand upright. This reaction, known as piloerection, is triggered by cold, fear, or intense emotions. It's an evolutionary relic from our fur-covered ancestors. Raising hair helped them conserve heat or seem more intimidating to threats. In modern humans, though, it serves little purpose since we lack thick body hair. Goosebumps can also be tied to adrenaline surges, like when we listen to stirring music or feel overwhelming emotions. Why do my fingers get wrinkly in water? The wrinkling of our fingers in water is an evolutionary trait controlled by the nervous system. When submerged, the outer skin layer swells as it absorbs water, while underlying blood vessels constrict, causing the wrinkled appearance. This reaction, managed by the autonomic nervous system, enhances grip on wet surfaces, an advantage for early humans when collecting food in water. Unlike passive water absorption, This wrinkling is an intentional response, indicating it developed to improve hand dexterity. Why do we get a brain freeze? A brain freeze, also called sphenopalatine ganglion neuralgia, is a brief but sharp headache triggered by eating or drinking something very cold too fast. When the cold touches the roof of our mouth, it rapidly shrinks blood vessels. In response, the body widens them again, sending pain signals to the brain, which mistakenly perceives it as a headache. This quick, intense pain usually fades in less than a minute. What causes our fingers to crack? Our finger joints are enclosed in a capsule filled with synovial fluid, which helps lubricate them and nourish the bone surfaces. When we crack our knuckles, we stretch this capsule, reducing the pressure inside the joint. This drop in pressure causes dissolved gases in the synovial fluid to form bubbles. When these bubbles collapse, they produce the familiar cracking sound. Why do our palms have lines? The lines on our palms, known as palmar flexion creases, develop before birth and have important functions. They allow our skin to bend and stretch easily when we grip or move our hands. Without them, our palms would be too stiff, making precise hand movements harder. These lines also improve grip by reducing friction. Some believe they hold clues about personality or destiny, but their main purpose is biological. Like fingerprints, palm lines are unique to each person due to genetic and developmental differences. What causes mouth ulcers? Also called canker sores, these pesky spots appear when the delicate tissue inside the mouth becomes irritated or injured. They can be triggered by accidental bites, spicy or acidic foods, stress, vitamin deficiencies, or hormonal shifts. Some individuals are more susceptible due to genetics or an overly reactive immune system. Unlike cold sores, they aren't contagious. While they typically heal within 1 to 2 weeks, they can be quite painful in the meantime. What is insomnia? Insomnia is when sleep refuses to play along. You toss, turn, and count the cracks on the ceiling instead of drifting off. It can be a short-term annoyance or a long-term struggle, leaving you exhausted, irritable, and unable to concentrate. Things like stress, caffeine, excessive screen time, or health problems can make it worse. Improving sleep might involve sticking to a bedtime routine, skipping late-night coffee, or unplugging before bed. For serious cases, therapy or medication could be necessary. Do plants really poop? Firstly, some plants get rid of their waste material by peeling off their bark, as well as by shedding off their leaves. Secondly, some plants get rid of their waste material in the form of secretions, such as latex, gum, resin, etc. Thirdly, some plants remove their excess water through tiny pores present on the margins of their leaves. This process is called guttation. Lastly, carnivorous plants like Venus flytrap catch insects, extract their juices, and then open up, thus allowing the waste material to fall off. What are birthmarks? Birthmarks are colored marks on our skin which are present at birth or appear shortly afterwards. Birthmarks are of two types, vascular and pigmented. Vascular birthmarks are caused when a lot of blood vessels clump together, or they are stretched wider than usual. Pigmented birthmarks are generally caused when cells called melanocytes grow together in clusters. Birthmarks may also be inherited sometimes, and some of them may be similar to marks on other family members. What is the main cause of stuttering? In our brain, Wernicke's area and Broca's area control our speech and language. Wernicke's area helps in choosing the correct words to express our thoughts, whereas Broca's area is believed to be involved in producing movements in vocal folds, tongue, etc., thus allowing us to speak those words. Now, stuttering can occur if a brain injury or stroke either damages the Broca's area or reduces the blood flow to this region, thus not allowing it to produce movements properly. Why does our heart beat faster when we feel threatened? In stressful situations, a part of our brain called the amygdala generates a response of fear or danger and sends it to the hypothalamus. Now, the hypothalamus activates our fight or flight system, which in turn causes the release of adrenaline. Adrenaline increases our breathing rate, elevates our blood pressure, and most importantly, it makes our heart beat faster than normal. This allows more oxygen and glucose to reach our cells through blood, giving us a burst of energy and thus making us capable to fight or flight. Why do we have 5 fingers on each hand? A theory suggests that we have 5 fingers because together they make a perfect, strong grip. Using them, we can operate small objects with great control and precision. Second theory suggests that 3 molecules called BMP, WNT, and SOX9 are responsible for our 5 fingers. Since in our embryonic stage they mark out spaces specifically for these 5 fingers. Finally, limb law predicts that the number of fingers on our hand should be around 5, based on the idea that since fingers must be able to reach back over our palm and cover it, the finger length should be roughly the same as the diameter of our palm. Why exactly are butterfly wings so colorful? Firstly, butterflies get their color from chemical pigments such as melanin, which absorb certain wavelengths of light while reflecting others. Secondly, butterflies' wings are made up of thousands of transparent microscopic scales. Also, each scale has multiple layers separated by air. Hence, when light passes through these scales, it is reflected multiple times. These reflections compound one another and intensify the colors. How exactly do our muscles grow? Firstly, for muscle growth, we need to apply stress, which is greater than what our muscles are used to. This leads to mTOR and satellite cell activation. Both are responsible for muscle growth. Secondly, when one feels sore after a workout, one may be experiencing localized muscle damage. This leads to the activation of satellite cells, which are said to be responsible for muscle growth. Lastly, pump training, as in doing repetitions at a fast speed with short rest intervals, causes metabolic stress. Metabolic stress causes cell swelling around the muscles, thus making them appear larger. What is your skin made up of? Epidermis, the top layer of our skin, makes new skin cells as well as protects us from germs, sun, and the rain. Also, it contains melanin, the pigment which gives our skin its color. Dermis, the middle layer, is responsible for producing sweat as well as keeping our skin strong, flexible, and smooth. Also, it is dermis's responsibility to tell us if something is too hot or cold. Hypodermis, or fatty layer, is the bottommost layer. It protects our bones and muscles from injuries during a fall. Where did pigeons come from? Pigeons, as we know today, are said to have descended from a wild creature known as the rock dove. It is believed that about 10,000 years ago, people began domesticating as well as breeding rock doves primarily for food. Over time, people realized that pigeons had excellent navigational skills. Pigeons started being used to guide lost ships towards land, as well as to carry messages over long distances. Eventually, instead of looking at pigeons as a food source, people started breeding them as a hobby. Is it true that all babies are born with blue eyes? Before being born, babies spend several months in almost complete darkness. Now, in many babies, melanocytes secrete melanin without the need for light. In these cases, the melanin gives the baby's eyes their brown color at birth. But in some babies, melanocytes require light to trigger melanin production. Now, as these babies have spent the last several months in almost complete darkness, there hasn't been much melanin production, hence their eyes look blue. Why do humans have eyebrows? Firstly, our arch-shaped eyebrows help channel our sweat, as well as the rain towards the sides of our faces, thus protecting our eyes. Secondly, eyebrows help us express a wide range of emotions, like surprise, anger, etc. Lastly, eyebrows also help in recognizing faces. In a study, scientists found that participants had a tougher time recognizing people's faces when their eyebrows were erased. How does a cough happen? When anything irritates our breathing passage, our brain activates the cough response. First of all, we gasp in a large volume of air into our lungs. Next, our epiglottis closes, thus closing off the windpipe. Then our rib muscles begin to contract, thus putting pressure on the lungs. But as the windpipe is closed, the air can't move out, so more pressure builds up. Finally, the epiglottis opens and air forcefully rushes out, carrying the irritant and thus producing a cough. Is there sound on Mars? Firstly, because of the cold Martian atmosphere, sound travels at a lower speed on Mars as compared to that on Earth. Secondly, as the Martian atmosphere is extremely sparse, it affects the way sound waves travel from one point to the other. Hence, the volume of sound heard on Mars is automatically lower. Lastly, the Martian atmosphere is made up of around 96% carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide absorbs a lot of higher-pitched sounds. As a result, only lower-pitched sounds can travel long distances on Mars. Are treadmills any good? Firstly, on a treadmill, instead of our leg muscles, the propulsion belt propels our body forward. Hence, it limits our muscle development. Secondly, as compared to treadmills, nature provides us uneven surfaces and turns, thus allowing our leg muscles to learn and adapt. Thirdly, most treadmills don't have a downward incline feature. Hence, the runners don't get the benefit of jogging downhills. Lastly, running on treadmills can be extremely boring as compared to running outdoors. Why do men have an Adam's apple but women don't? Adam's apple is basically a protruding chunk of thyroid cartilage that surrounds our larynx or voice box. It is more prominent in men because during puberty, the larynx tends to grow more in males than it does in females. As a result, in men it causes the cartilage to project outwards, thus creating an Adam's apple. Some researchers believe that a larger Adam's apple may also play a role in deepening our voice. What causes people to be allergic? An allergy occurs when our immune system mistakenly identifies a normal innocuous substance as a harmful intruder. Hence, It produces antibodies to kill the intruder, and in the process gives rise to itching, runny nose, watery eyes, etc., thus causing an allergy. Now, according to hygiene hypothesis, if children are kept in extremely clean environments and not exposed to germs at all, then their immune system fails to develop properly and instead starts attacking harmless substances, thus causing an allergy. Why do men have deeper voices than women? According to a research, during prehistoric times, males had to fight for females. So deeper voices allowed them to appear more intimidating and dominant, thus scaring their opponent away. Now, let's see how this deep voice is produced. The size of larynx or voice box is greater in males as compared to females. Hence, the vocal folds or cords present within the larynx lengthen as well as thicken. As a result, when males speak, the folds vibrate less per second, thus producing a deeper voice. How is gold formed?
Simple. Gold is formed like this.
Oh, chum-pum! Gold is produced only when a supernova occurs, as in when stars explode or when neutron stars collide with each other. During such events, heavy elements such as gold are formed via the rapid neutron capture process. Now, when the Earth was getting formed, gold, along with other heavy elements, sank towards the Earth's core. It is believed that around 4 billion years ago, a huge number of asteroids collided with planet Earth, stirring its core and forcing some of the gold into the Earth's mantle, as well as crust. Why are some people claustrophobic? Claustrophobia is an anxiety disorder. It is an intense fear of confined or enclosed spaces. Symptoms of claustrophobia may include shortness of breath, faster heartbeat, sweating, etc. Some researchers believe that a defect in one of our genes may be the cause of our claustrophobia. It is also believed that if one of our parents has claustrophobia, then we are more likely to have it. Finally, it is also believed that our fear of enclosed spaces may be stemming from a traumatic childhood event like being stuck in an elevator. What is the science behind spider webs? Firstly, the spider uses its silk thread to connect both the endpoints, thus forming a bridge. Secondly, the spider also ties a loose thread between both the points. Now from the center of the loose thread, it adds a new thread and pulls it to form a Y shape. It then joins the 3 points to form a frame. Then it starts laying radial threads till the web becomes strong enough. Finally, from the center of the web, it starts laying the silk threads spirally, eventually completing the web. Like humans, do animals also dream? Humans dream during their rapid eye movement stage of sleep or REM sleep. In a research, the brain activity pattern of a rat running for some cheese and the one during its REM sleep was found to be similar. Moreover, a singing bird's brain activity while singing and while in its REM sleep also showed similarity, thus indicating that perhaps animals dream of their daily activities. What is the science behind blood rain? Firstly, around Sahara Desert, brownish dust and sand carried away by storms mixes with water droplets in the clouds, thus giving the rain its brownish-red color. Secondly, in Kerala, red spores of Trentipolelia annulata algae get carried away by winds and mix with the falling water droplets, thus causing blood rain. Lastly, in Zamora, Hematococcus pluvialis algae actually get caught in the rain clouds. As a result, they get stressed and produce a red pigment called astaxanthin, thus causing blood rain. Why do humans have so many moles?
Simple. Because I invented them.
Oh, chum-pum. Our skin has cells called melanocytes. They give our skin its color. However, sometimes these cells tend to grow in clusters, thus forming moles. Moles can be present at birth or can appear later in life. They are usually black or brown and can be flat or raised. Some moles may even disappear with age. Do blind people really dream?
Nobody can dream. Only Chum Pum can dream.
Oh, Chum Pum. If a blind person lost his vision in the later stage of his life, then his brain would use visual information stored in his memories to create dreams. Now, if a blind person is blind since birth, then his brain has never received any visual information. So instead, his dreams would get their content from memories of sound, smell, touch, etc., which he perceives in his everyday life. But in one science experiment, people who were blind since birth were able to draw their dreams. Why does my foot fall asleep?
Don't worry, I will wake it up.
Oh, Chum Pum. Nerves are like cables which run through our entire body. Their main function is to carry electrical impulses or messages between our brain and our body. Now, when we sit on our foot, the nerves in that area are temporarily compressed. Hence, these nerves are not able to send any message to our brain or receive any message from our brain. As a result, the connection between our brain and our foot is cut off. Hence, it feels like our foot has fallen asleep. Why do humans have a belly button?
Simple. To do belly dance.
Oh, Chum Pum! When a baby is growing inside a mother's womb, it is not possible for the baby to eat food like us. The umbilical cord carries nutrients from the mother to the baby. Also, it takes away the waste which the baby does not need anymore. Now, when the baby is born, it does not need the umbilical cord anymore. Hence, the doctor cuts the umbilical cord, leaving behind a tiny stump. This stump falls off after a few weeks. This is how we get our belly button. Why is ketchup so difficult to pour?
No problem. Just use a tomato.
Oh, Chum Pum! Firstly, as compared to water, ketchup has a higher viscosity. Viscosity is the resistance of a fluid to flowing. That means ketchup provides more resistance to flowing as compared to water. Ketchup consists of many ingredients. But if we look closely, the solid parts of the ketchup, as in the tomato bits, are actually touching each other. This physical connection of the tomato bits gives ketchup the strength to resist flowing. Hence, ketchup is so hard to pour. What is Mpox?
Simple. When monkey eats a pox, he becomes an Mpox.
Oh, Chum Pum! Monkeypox was discovered in 1958 when an outbreak of pox-like disease occurred in colonies of monkeys kept for research. The first human case of monkeypox was recorded in 1970. Monkeypox virus is part of the same family of viruses as variola virus, the virus that causes smallpox. Its symptoms are similar to smallpox, but milder. Symptoms of monkeypox may include fever, headache, muscle aches, backache, chills, exhaustion, and a rash that looks like pimples or bristles. Also, monkeypox is rarely fatal. Can zebras be domesticated?
Impossible. You see what they did to me?
Oh, Chum Pum. Firstly, zebras are known to have one of the strongest kicks in the animal kingdom. Secondly, zebras are known to have an extremely powerful bite. Thirdly, as compared to horses, it is extremely difficult to capture a zebra using a lasso, as zebras have a very efficient built-in ducking reflex. Lastly, horses have a strong family structure. If the head of the family is captured, then the rest of the family follows him. The same is not the case with a zebra. What is the science behind a jellyfish's sting?
No idea. I bunked all my science classes.
Oh, Chum Pum! Jellyfish's tentacles contain thousands of venom containing stinging cells called cnidocytes. Cnidocytes are basically small compartments which house mini needle-like stingers. The stinger lies coiled under high osmotic pressure. Now, when there is a trigger due to an external force, the lid of the stinging cell pops open and seawater rushes in. This forces the mini needle-like stinger to shoot out, penetrate, and finally inject venom into the victim. This discharge can occur in less than 1/1,000,000th of a second. This is how a jellyfish stings. What is the science behind our chins?
No ways! There is nothing behind my chin.
Oh, chum-pum! Firstly, it is believed that chins relieve our jaws from the stress that they encounter while chewing food. Secondly, it is believed that our tongues may be putting a lot of stress on our jaws while speaking. Now our chin may be acting as a reinforcing bone, which resists that pressure. Thirdly, it is believed that chins exist to help us attract mates. Lastly, according to one theory, our ancestors had bigger faces. We evolved into smaller ones, and our chins are still gradually shrinking.